Hello everyone, I'm Marina Borroni
And I'm Georgia.
and we're here today with Augustė Gerikaitė, the director of the short film Closer, which is in contest in the 14th edition of the Capuscari Short Film Festival. So if you want like to sum up really briefly your film, and then we can start with the question.
Okay, sure. My film is about Bernardas and Silvia, a couple who lives together and they are on divorce. They are divorced and they're trying to obey the rules they once made by their divorce paper and so on. They created some like borders, but they're struggling to do that.
Okay, thank you. So, since an occurring theme in your filmmaking is analyzing human interactions, how do you think it's possible to capture the complexity of the human relationships even in a short film? How do you think it's possible to make it impactful?
Well, I think that relationships is very interesting theme. It doesn't matter with who are like in relationship, what age are people in their relationship. The relationships are all kinds of. So I think it depends on what as a director you are interested in. Like I am interested to older, in this case, people relationship, because it's more based on my parents, on my family and so on. But also it could be for young people also like that, because I felt myself this situation when I was living with my ex-boyfriend in the same flat, because there was a COVID time and we couldn't like find other places to live. And to make in a short film and to make it impactful, I think it's like the most important thing is to write a good script. You know, you need to find the structure, what is important in this story, how the relationship changes and so on, what details you add to tell more about their connection, what it was in their past, what's waiting for them in the future and so on. So I think if you figure out what you want to tell, what is the main theme, then it's easier to make it impactful and to write a good script and tell in a short film the story. So I think the main thing is to have details to tell these stories.
Okay, so
That's it.
the script is really important.
Script is, I think the story is number one thing that makes film impactful and people can relate to it.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Then a recurring theme, it's also, you know, in your movie you deal with a breakup couple that still lives together, and you know, with issues of marriage and love, and so related to also the question that you just answered, how would you define love in nowadays age? And do you think it's easier to give up in economically struggling environments, and therefore this could be a reason for the breakup of the couple? Do you think that the conception of love is changing throughout the time while the couple is still living together?
Yeah, I think that first of all, yeah, it's changing because I think that nowadays people don't stay for a long. It's rarely that couple stays for more than 1 year or 2 years, for like 40 years. I think it's getting not so usual, you know. So I think that it's changing, that we can be more free, we don't need to have kids, we can travel and we can live the way we want, so it's good. And if you like, you don't have to stay with the person you don't love. So I think it's changing in that way, and that is good. But can you repeat the question?
Yeah, how do you define love in nowadays age?
How to find love in nowadays age? I think you have just to live. You have to be open-minded. You have to go and meet new people. You have to be brave. You have to introduce yourself, you have to listen to other people, you have to go somewhere and live your life, and then you don't have to look for a person. The person will find you, you know.
Yeah.
You just have to go with the flow, and you don't have to be like, oh, I need a man or I need a woman, or oh my god, I need to be in a relationship. This is very bad.
Yeah.
So I think you just need to go with the flow. And by the way, Silvia, she doesn't look for a man, she just finds one that appeared in her room. So it's the same, she doesn't need a man.
No, that's a beautiful message. And now I want to ask a more personal question. And how do you start a project when you get inspiration? What is your modus operandi like? And what kind of director are you on set?
Okay, that's a very interesting question. Okay, let me think a bit. now I'm working actually on my new film because I'm in the last year of my academy, so I'm in a very, in my project end, because after I'm coming back from this festival from Italy, I'm going to shoot my film, my diploma film. So I have to work even here, to answer emails and so on, so it's very intense for me. But now I can recall how it was, how it started. So, for example, for my new film that I'm working on, and I think for the previous one, for Artumo jausmas, it was the same, that you just sitting and writing the themes that you are interested to. Like, a couple that lives together but they are divorced. Okay, that's interesting. What it could be about. And you're writing the other, like, I saw like one situation on the news that was interesting to me, and I couldn't fall asleep because I was thinking all night about it. You just sometimes see something, and that, like, it's very interesting. It's like different, and you cannot understand why and how, and you want to tell this story, and you find out some connections, and you want to make it like a short film or write something, and you're just writing and so on. So I think that for me it's like I like some different angle of the story. You see something that is different from like real life or from things that we are used to. So I think this is important for me. And what am I as a director on set? I think I'm a good one. I think that I'm the kind of that laughs with everyone and makes jokes. I'm not so serious, well, I'm serious. Yeah, of course I'm serious in a way. I know I'm preparing very well. I have to know everything that happens. Where we're gonna put camera, where we're gonna put lights, how it's going to be. We draw every shot that we want to shoot, everything is very prepared. So I think that's why I can be relaxed on set, because I know that everyone knows what they're doing. And the most important thing is to put, because we don't have budget, we don't pay for people to work on sets. In our film it's like 5 days, 5 nights, you have to work for free. It's a long term, So the main thing is to put spark and to make people believe that your story is good, that your story is important, and that your story is different, and your story is interesting, and so on, so that people want to work. You cannot force them to work for free for 5 days, so you have to put sparkle to everyone that works for you, and you have to be a good director, and you have to be happy and glad that people came. So I'm all the time very thankful that people came to work for me and to help me to make this film. To any kind of film, but it's very important that people would want to help, and the help is the thing that without we couldn't make a film. So I think it's very important to have good people around you, and you have to appreciate that. So I'm very appreciating people who comes to work for us to help us create a film. So that's the thing.
Yeah. Just a curiosity, how do you select the actors?
I didn't. How I selected actors, okay. I have to remember, because I had a very long casting for my diploma film now, before the travel here. But I didn't do a casting for this film. It was very different. Alexis Kazanavičius, the Bernardas character, he is actually one of the best actors in Lithuania. He is a famous guy, and he acts in a lot of films, so he is a very professional. I think most of the people would like to work with him, and he doesn't go to the castings anymore, So if you call him and you say, "Oh, can you come to the casting? We're thinking about you in some character," he would say no. So I had to think like that very quickly, that I'm really sure that I want him, and I was sure. And I called him, and he said, send me the script. And I knew that one of my course mates, he said no. So I was afraid. But I sent it him, and he called me back, and he said, okay, we can do this, let's meet. And we met, and we've been talking for like 2 or 3 hours together about the script, about the character, and then it was like, okay, we can do this. And with the Gintare, that Silvia is in that film, It was different. She's not an actress anymore. She was acting. She finished our academy as an actress, but then she didn't appear in movies or theater. She was going like a teacher to school, and she's teaching adult people for like games of theater and stuff like that. She's more like spiritual person. She doesn't want to be like on the screen and so on. So it was harder with her, and I didn't do casting for her as well. So it was completely different because she had a lot of complex, you know. She didn't want it to be half naked. She didn't want it to be in a film. So it was completely different to work with her. I had to put a lot of effort to meet her all the time and say that everything will be okay and we're gonna make this film. And then the one time she didn't believe me, and then she believed me. And it was like moody all the time. So, but I'm very happy that she said yes, and I will be there. So I'm very glad to her, and I'm very glad that I had her. She's an amazing actress. I think that one day she will come back to the cinema, and I hope so.
Yeah, I also think you're a great director.
Oh, thank you. Why do you think so?
Okay, well, that's enough. And thank you for being here. We appreciate that very much. And it was very nice to meet you. And I hope you enjoy your staying here in Venice.
Oh, I'm enjoying it so much. I like the hotel. Oh my God, everything is so perfect because you guys, you made this festival. 200 of students who want to volunteer in this festival to create something so beautiful for the whole world, people, directors. It's amazing. Like I have in my school, back in Lithuania Academy of Music and Theatre, we also have student festival made by students, but it's completely different. I think that there's 20 students who volunteers for the festival, and like mayor doesn't care, and the cathedra cares a little, and so on. And there's international film festival as well, but there is no people coming from like other countries. So I'm amazed how you managed all this and how you made this festival so nice. You have such a beautiful hall where we're watching films. It's like the sound acoustics is amazing. It's like 5:1 sound, even if it's stereo. So that's very beautiful, impressive. I'm very impressed. Thank you for having me here. Yeah. So
Thank you.
thank you.